Yo, peace. Peace to my divine infinite consciousness and peace to my divine infinite self in all realms and realities. Yo, to the most high self, you already know. Peace. Anyhow, we building about the actual experience of going through the semen retention at different stages. You know, there's different points and different understandings that you'll achieve at different levels. Now, you can be going through the cycle one time and be at 120 days or something. That's like 4 months. And you'll actually be at the heart chakra, which is a very loving chakra. You're in tune with yourself. You love things that's around you. It's easy for you to cultivate joy. You know, that's a good point to be in. And when we're talking about chakras, we're talking about, you know, your piano, your octave system that you have in your physical body. Now, the chakra starts from the base and goes up to the crown. Each month, you have a seed, which is like a light seed that raises up to each chakra within your solar plexus. Now, each month, if you save and retain your seed, it'll rise up to the next chakra, starting from the solar plexus, from the base chakra all the way up to the crown chakra, and the things that you'll be experiencing and feeling amongst those times. Now, when you release, say you get up to the 7th one and you release to the 7th chakra, you hit the crown chakra. Now you're like, whoo, okay, boom. So you release. The energies could be getting a little bit too intense. You might be irritable to certain situations and peoples and environments. So you release. You get down to like the 5th chakra. You know, yeah, you feel relieved a little somewhat. There go a whale I just checked out. He said he waved to me. That's beautiful. But yeah, you know, I had to build on that real quick. I had to look at the whale, man. It got my attention. You know, all these things happen when you're dealing with semen retention. The point where I'm at 376 days added on. You know what I mean? So that means within the last year and some change. So I did these cycles several times, you know, and I know the differences from when you release, and this is where you'll know. But say you at the 7th chakra and you release about 2-3 times, you down to 5th, you'll be acting according to those chakras, but you'll know and understand where you was at once you do release. You're like, oh shit, I was realizing this and I was doing this, you know, and then the higher you go, just like in your body, just like the light that raises up to your crown chakra or also into your brain, which is dealing with, you know, the whole Santa Claus story and how you get the gifts that's released down into your the rest of your physical body and light body. You know, you'll gain a lot more power as far as like you won't allow it to waste and leave you. So to keep it in, you have to learn how to do Kegels and don't be thinking about actual sex and watching porn all the time. Now you can experiment and see your limits and see where you at with it, and then so you can grow tired of the whole situation, or you can just take the words and be like, yo, let me do this, you know what I'm saying, to gain this energy. You know, it's best for you to keep that energy and circulate it around your whole nervous system, your central nervous system, and just your nervous system in general, which is that clothed in cerebral spinal fluid. And this is where your light is like all that. It just makes that even more powerful. So you have an ultramagnetic attraction where you, like, even in nature, you can deal with certain animals a little bit more easier versus you being low on your light. And that's what I'm talking about, the semen retention. You know, if you're at a certain point, then, you know, these animals can actually sense it. If you're sitting at the crown chakra or not, or beyond, you're supposed to be sitting beyond the crown chakra. I mean, it's kind of pathetic right now because man is only sitting at the base chakra, like, because he's releasing and busting nuts every 2-3 days, you know. But like I say, I did these cycles several times. You know, you'll know the differences of the power that you had, and sometimes you really have to release. I just release only once in a year, basically once a year. You know, even longer, you know, if need be, because it's like it's just certain thoughts. You know, it's all dealing with the thoughts and the sights and the visions. And with man, you don't necessarily be horny or anything of that nature. Horny is dealing with women. Women get horny and shit. A man, when he gets to that point, he's like really in the animal state, you know what I mean? He's grabbing his balls and shit. He's doing like, you know, he's just very, very lustful at this time. You know, he can have sex with them or anything, with a tranny, a male, a woman, man, look like a woman, to have the taboo. There's certain things he's gonna turn his ass on now. So he thinks he's like free spirited, and he's like, yo, I you know, I watch a hardcore porn or whatever the case may be. But it just, he doesn't realize that he's at a point and stage that it's like, oh shit, I'm really allowing myself to go deeper into the lower bowels of my own being and shit, you know what I mean? Or the genes really that I'm experiencing, because spirit is just inhabiting the genes and utilizing that and getting the experience thereof by having knowledge and understanding. Basically just mastering yourself, living your culture, you know? So yeah, so anyhow though, so if you like at the 120 days, that's 4 months, that's still good, because a lot of people don't make it to that point. And also a lot of people only, you know, man, shit, 3 months is good, 90 days, 60 days is good, 30 days is good, shit, 3 weeks is good, because you're more powerful than you ever was. If you think about it, at those times, those was like new when you did those things. You're like, shit. But when you release, you realize where you was at. So you got to work yourself back up to that chakra again, and you'll see when that should be popping. So certain thoughts, while you raising yourself back up to that point, you'll be more aware and more conscious of it. So you won't be thinking about the things no more, to help you release for a longer period of times. You know, also dealing with dopamine and shit like that can dopamine production can fuck you up too a lot, you know what I'm saying? Overly dopamine production and shit, fuck you up. You want serotonin and shit, you know what I'm saying? So, but if you're doing semen retention, you with your wisdom or your wife, you know, you definitely, she can respect you, you know what I'm saying? She can be the one having orgasms, and y'all having that energy going real smooth, and you know, you're just doing what they do. You'd be even more in love, but she'll be really more in love with you, really, but you'll have more strength. Versus you releasing every time, you're investing all that energy in her, and she's not even pregnant at time for shit, you know? So, we already know she likes sex, so she's like really mad that she has a period. It's like, god damn, I got a period. Man, that means that motherfucker, if she didn't have a period, well, you know, they got fucking shots and all that shit for that now and shit, but you know what they'll be doing, motherfucker? Shit. It's like, what? I got free reign to fuck? I ain't got nothing to check it? Because you know she's a multi-orgasmic creature. You are, man. You got your senses to check yours. Your mind, like, oh, I was out of my mind when I did that. You know, that's what you think after you bust a nut. Like, I was out of my motherfucking mind. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And then watching her, it's like, I wouldn't want to be out of my mind like that. That's just like being controlled by the senses of the world. By somebody else, nigga. Submissive to somebody else. I mean, I know, of course, you get mad because you feel attached to this being that's submissive. But then next thing you know, if this mother is addicted to being submissive, then she can be submissive to multiple motherfuckers. And therefore, you done invested all this heat, light, and energy into her, and you lowering your semen and shit. You don't even know how to deal with the heartache. You just fucked up. See? So, nigga, get your shit high up just in case if you can afford to bust another two. You know what I mean? Like, out of our relationship, nigga, I bust like a couple nuts on your ass, bitch. I don't remember you that much. You know what I'm saying? But if you done bust some hella nuts on the bitch, you gonna remember that motherfucker for a long time, nigga. Because it's in the memory. It's in the semen. It carries memory and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what it is. And that's why she's drinking your motherfucking shit now. She realized it. She got all your motherfucking thoughts, nigga. She know what to make your ass tick and everything. You're like, but baby, don't you? But baby, my ass, motherfucker. So you gotta have your shit right, man. It's like a treat. God damn it, it's a treat. And you're a fruit, and the seed is inside of you. With you can make more trees, man. This is how it works. And everything's a womb. So you can either plant you don't have to plant the seed, but there'll be a mug that want to come along and actually play right and exact. It'd be the one that be like, oh, nigga, you gonna need me. I'm gonna need a wisdom. I ain't gonna need your ass. You know what I'm saying? If the Most High is so ordained it, then so be it. Damn it. Shit, we gonna roll with Rush over here. So yeah, you get to certain stages. You know what I mean? So if you're at a point where you're just starting it, man, kudos. See how far you can go at your first time. You know what I mean? So then you'll know how high you gotta go and reach. You know, so if you get to that point, you'll be like, all right, bet I see where I was at. Then you can get even more scientific, supernatural scientific behind it, and see where the moon was at when you was on it, and what your mind was on, what you had to experience, what was in retrograde, you know, things of that nature. These are different points and times where you gain understanding. You're like in different schools within they little construct. But these are the real schools of the Most High that you have to like study by just listen and observing and respect. Alright, so with that being said, I say peace and kudos to you on your journey. We ain't holding your hands, but you can definitely speak about it. We ain't talking about sex too much and shit, but it's just like, yo, just go a couple jewels, and that's where we go. Alright. Peace.